He's coming in. Here we go. The Megalodon is one big old scary boy in Stormworks, and today we're gonna design a boat that is designed purely for destroying this enemy right here. So let's go ahead and build something that he is attracted to that will ultimately absolutely annihilate him. Let's get to it. Look at him go, by the way. He is a big old scary boy. Alright, get me in that workbench. We gotta start building right now. Here we go. So, the boat that we build has to be big enough to attract the Megalodon over, which means, if we have a little look up here, the mass has to be around 10,000. I don't know how we're gonna get to that, but we're gonna figure it out. Okay, so let's go ahead and start by building a random hull. So we're gonna go ahead and make it quite big. Making it big is gonna be the way of, I guess, building the mass. So we'll send that all the way down to there. We'll actually send it all the way backwards to here. And I have a little bit of a plan with this. In fact, I have a really big bit of a plan with this. So let's go ahead and build ourselves a nice front end. We're just going to go ahead and add 2 of these. We're then going to add 2 of these guys. There we go. And then we're going to add like 3 of these. Okay, from there, we'll go ahead and build this up like this. There we go, 2 of those. And I guess 1 of these. Here we go. Bosh. Okay, that looks like a pretty good shape for a hull. Let's build it around and go from there. Okay, currently we have a really long but kind of interesting looking hull. So, how are we going to use this to destroy a Megalodon? You might be asking yourself. Well, we're going to go ahead and obviously fill in the front end just like this, kind of. There-ish? Yeah, we'll go to there. We're then going to drop this down by like 5-ish and send this all the way to the back end like so. From there, we're going to build this from here to there. We're going to build this from here to all the way to the end. There we go. And then we're going to just fill in the back end like this. Here we go. So delete that guy. Shove it all in there. Beautiful. She's a floater. All right, that's pretty good. We have a floaty boaty. Brilliant. It's alright if this thing is actually very basic because, well, it's going to explode. So we need to go ahead and pack out the back end with explosives. So let's go to warheads really quickly, get some really large ones and just chuck them in the back. So there's 2. There we go. We fit 2 in there. It would be nice if we could fit more, but actually let's just go with medium ones. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are pretty big ones, though. These 2 down here. I think that'll be enough to destroy the Megalodon. Maybe. But just for good measure, let's go ahead and add a few more. There we go. 14 of the smaller ones, and then we've got 2 of the bigger ones. I guess, realistically, I can actually pack in even more. So that is what we're gonna do. There we go, just pack in a hell of a lot more explosives because, well, we need to make sure this Megalodon dies. Alright, there we go, keep it going. We only need to do like 1 more, here we go, 1 more run. There we go. Alright, I guess we need to sort of fill in all the middle pieces as well, so let's do all of this. There we go. This is a lot of explosive, I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully it does kill him. Alright, that actually looks pretty balanced, considering the fact that it has so much weight in the back. I don't know how it looks so stable. How much weight have we actually added then? We are almost up to 10,000. That's crazy. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna have to add a bridge and stuff like that to this thing, so let's do that sort of stuff next. I don't want it to look too crazy cool or anything like that, we just want it to look somewhat nice. So, I think we should raise this up quite far. I'll bring this out like this. We're going to attach maybe 1 of these onto here and just zoom that up. There we go. On the inside, you know what? I might as well just copy it. There we go. And then let's just go ahead and send it backwards like this. We'll do one of these guys. There we go. Including this one. There we go. And then maybe even one of these and, well, one of these. There we go. That is interesting. Yeah. I feel like that actually looks like it fits. Kind of. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna have to add a door of some sort in order to get into here. So let's just chuck this up here. I guess kind of like that. In the center of there, we're actually gonna build this backwards. And I suppose... Oh, actually, I don't know. I suppose there should be steps leading up to here. So let's do that. Stairs! Yes! Maybe not directly onto it, but we'll do it here. There we go. And then we'll just chuck these below. 1 and 2. Excellent. Connect that to there. Maybe this guy here. Including that one. Zoom those down. And maybe we'll add railings. Oh, that actually looks interesting. I have no idea what I'm doing back here. I just thought I would build onto this and hopefully it would look good. Does it look good? I don't know. I don't know. What I'm going to do really quickly is go to heat because I always find it kind of interesting to add stuff like this. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete this, shove that in there, and I do think that makes it look a little bit better. Underneath that, we're just going to go ahead and get ourselves some... fluid thingamabobbies, these guys, and I'm just gonna go ahead and chuck those on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go, and just chuck those on there like that. I think that looks okay. Anyway, we need to go ahead and build the actual bridge now, so I need to build this up by like 2. We need to do that for each of these things, so 2 there, 2 here, 1, 2, 2 here as well. Okay, 1, 2. These guys, 1, 2, and all of this. Bosh. Okay, then that guy needs to go up there instead, which I think is fine. And then we need to start adding all of the, all of the windows. Yeah, windows are important. Indeed. There we go. What does that look like? Kind of strange, I suppose. But it is what it is. So we'll go with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shove that there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shove that there. And then one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll shove this guy here. Alright, attach all those guys together with this piece. Okay, awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. Sorry, I did say it was the last time, but I lied. I'm gonna chuck that guy onto there, and I'm gonna chuck this guy onto here, like so. Alright, yeah. Very interesting things are happening. Does any of this have to do with anything that I'm supposed to be doing? No, not really, actually. Okay, well, let's go ahead and just shove an engine in here then, and then we can get this thing moving and do the plan. We need to destroy the Megalodon. So, we need 3x3 shafts, yes. We're actually just going to go ahead and shove this directly in the center, and we're going to have an 8-cylinder engine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. All right, cool. We're going to shove one of these guys on the front just because, well, why not? We're going to shove one of these guys on the front of there, and we're obviously going to shove a clutch onto the rear. There we go. All right, very good. We then need all the cylinders, so let's go ahead and get 3x3s and start chucking them on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Now all we need to do is add fuel, exhaust, air, all of that stuff to get this thing moving. Oh, there she is. Okay, so we have ourselves an engine on the inside. It is a little bit wibbly wobbly, but that's okay. So, 8-cylinder 3x3 engine. We have coolant going out the bottom and essentially being cooled by the ocean. We have a bunch of starters. In fact, all of these are starters, so 6 of them. And then we've got all of these fuel tanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on each side. Now all I need to do is connect this clutch to a propeller on the back. This right here is a fake wall, so on the other side is the bombs. So yeah, let's go ahead and connect this to some propellers, I guess. We'll add some rudders, and then we'll actually do the mission. Okay, rudder time. Actually, no, maybe more like engine time or propeller time. Yeah, propeller time makes sense. Okay, so prop, we're going to go with giant props. Let me go ahead and grab one of those. But first, we're going to need a pipe. Now, this is one of the ugliest back ends you'll ever see, but we're just going to go ahead and chuck this guy onto the back. So Let's just go ahead and do that. There we go. Those might be too big, actually. Hold on. Propeller? Yeah, we're going to go with large propellers instead. Bosh. Okay. Now all we need to do is send a pipe straight through here. And go straight to the engine, if possible. Here we go. Alright, straight forwards. Straight through this wall. Yes! And then straight into there. Okay, we gotta check if this thing will actually work then. So let's go to the outside and... Alright, we are motoring along. Excellent! Now we just have to bait out the Meg and, well, explode him. Oh, the only thing is, we actually need an explodey button, so spacebar is going to be just that. We're going to go ahead and connect it to all of these. There is a lot of nodes here that need connecting. This is actually kind of insane. I don't think I'm going to be able to connect to all of these nodes, actually, but I'm going to try my best, I guess. I don't know. Are these ones connected? Is that one? No. These ones are. I think the rest of those ones are. Alright, good. The big ones are the most important ones, to be fair, anyway. So let's just make sure all of those are connected. Do all of the tiny ones in the bottom, in the middle. And, well, yeah, we're just going to make sure all of these bombs explode. That's kind of all we need to do. Alright, the big one at the bottom. Yep, that one's ready. And then all of these. I don't actually even know if this is going to work, by the way. I don't know whether the Meg will actually die from all of this, but it's definitely worth a go. Alright, we're ready. I'm starting to think maybe I should have actually added maybe a little bit more detail to this, because at the minute, well, the front deck is completely empty, the rear deck is pretty empty as well. If we look back there, there's nothing there, and then obviously there's nothing on the roof. A mast would have been kind of cool, but never... He's already here? Okay, well, that is interesting. Okay, well, I guess we can do our test then. But yeah, I should have made it maybe a little bit more detailed. But who cares? Anyway, let's go ahead and slow it down. Allow this guy to catch up. And then, well, he can submit to my plans. Oh, he's coming in from the sides. This could be really bad if he does end up biting me in the wrong location. Because if he doesn't bite me straight on the back of my boat, well, I've got no defense anywhere else. So that is where the problem arises. But we are going to go ahead and chase him down. And hopefully, hopefully this will go to plan. Oh, don't smack me with your tail either. That would be really bad. I'm not going to lie. With these waves, it is actually getting a little bit difficult to see him. He's coming in. Here we go. Oh! Okay, I'm dead, but I'm assuming he's dead too. I don't even know where that was. Oh, we need to get out there quick. Well, guys, it turns out that I do believe a massive, like, nuclear explosion, it obviously wasn't a nuke, destroys Megalodons. He is nowhere to be seen. I can't see him anywhere, so yeah, I think it works. Totally worked. Okay. Alright, well, I guess that's where we're gonna leave it today then. We built ourselves a weird little boat that is full of explosives that destroys the Megalodon. Is it weird? Yes, I suppose it is. But it kind of worked, so I'm happy. Anyway, for now, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.